Getting set for baseball now on a Thursday night from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Tonight, it's a compelling matchup of two division leaders between the Houston Astros and the New York Yankees. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next, Luis Severino, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, Matty V, we're getting a chance to watch a guy that's been struggling a little bit lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.40, so he's going to have to cut that down. Limit the amount of base runners, limit the amount.
At the plate, Lou Gehrig coming into this one. His season home run total tops in the American League.
This guy's right in the prime of his career right now. The power bat speaks for itself. One of the more dangerous hitters in the game of baseball.
He's set and the pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, guys, they're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, I'm looking forward to this one. They got their ace on the mound today. You get to the ballpark, you're ready to go. You're watching video. You know this guy is going to put his best foot forward, execute pitches to all quadrants. The opposition.
And a base hit, and that's going to chase in the run from third. The Astros are off to a 1-0 lead.
Hey, nice way to start a new series, D-Roll. The thing you want to do is try to score early. It's always nice to win the first game of a series.
Yeah, they're coming out swinging right here, trying to set the tone and let everybody breathe a deep sigh of relief. Hopefully get this first game under our belt.
Stepping in, Jimmy Fox. And Houston looking for more here in just the opening frame of the game. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And I believe, yes, the umpire signaling for the infield fly rule. Now here's a look at the Astros starting lineup. Nero, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Well, Matty, this is a fun offense to watch. They grind you down. They're in the top third of the league in walks. They make the pitcher really have to execute pitches within the strike zone. Not a lot of chase, not a lot of swing and miss in this lineup. They create a lot of opportunities. Let's see what happens.
Batting 6.
So digging in now, Rogers Hornsby. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Musial over at second. Gehrig at first. 2 out in the inning. Soft
on the bag, pick it up, pick it up.
On to Encarnacion at first, and that ends the inning. Astros forced to settle for only the 1 run. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. Houston leads this one 1-0. Cy Young will be on the mound for the Stros. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy's had a solid year up to this point. It's not an easy thing to do in baseball this year with all the high-scoring games, but this guy has an ERA of sub-3, and that's saying something. If he continues to do that, I think you're going to see a really good performance out of him in this one.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Lou Gehrig, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
It's very difficult being a switch hitter, and very rarely do you see the same hitter from both sides of the plate. He's a far superior hitter from the left side as opposed to the right side.
Judge is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Astros go down 1-2-3 as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Ready for another shot now. Lou Gehrig. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Off the plate and low here, ball 1.
Well, that's a pretty good pitch right there, that backdoor slider. That's a very difficult pitch to throw, and particularly throw for a strike. Just missed that outside corner right there, but a good pitch and a tough take there by the hitter.
The 1-0 delivery. He pulls this one into right. Judge is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. They're still out in front, 5-2. At the plate, Lou Gehrig. And this tie ball game is a battle of the bullpens now, and I'm sure you're enjoying that, Dan.
Number 4.
Bullpens are such a big part of baseball now, Matt. All these teams have such good 7th, 8th, and 9th inning guys. It all boils down to whose bullpen is better.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Ooh, right on, but this is foul down toward the box at third. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1.
Tried to go with the nasty backdoor breaking ball right there. Good job by the batter to take that pitch, work the count even.
Who jumped the gun a bit on that swing, and he's down 1-2.
He came out of his shoes on that one, boys. I know he swung and missed it. We felt the breeze from up here, but if he gets that pitch again and catches it a grain low, we got action.
The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the third baseline. The 2-2 one more time. Again, he sends it out of play. The 2-2 one more time is laid off, and the count runs full. Timing just to tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. And he finally wears him down here as he strikes him out after a 9-pitch at-bat. A look at our line score here in the 8th inning at Yankee Stadium. All tied as this one promises to go right down to the wire.
Well, just another day at the office for these guys. That stretches their winning streak to 5, and they're playing well in all 3 phases of the game. Pitching, fielding, and hitting. Who knows how long this will last?
8-6 the final score tonight. The New York Yankees crossed the plate 3 times in the 8th, helping propel them to the win. Dylan Betances claims the win out of the pen, his first. Aroldis Chapman closes the door for the save, his 27th of the campaign. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Yankees, 8 runs on 13 hits. 1 error, they left 15 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 43 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
Closing in on first pitch this evening from Yankee Stadium here in the Bronx. Tonight, a battle of two first-place squads between the Houston Astros and the New York Yankees. The Yankees have now won 5 consecutive games. They'll aim to continue their winning streak next. James Paxton will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Wow, talk about a number that jumps out at you. This guy's whip, which is walks to hits to innings pitch, is less than 1 coming into this start. That's not an easy thing to do. That tells me one thing.
Play ball. Out. Out. He's out. 3. Full 4. Take your base.
So here's the cleanup hitter,
Kickoff
Ted
for the
Williams.
Astros.
He'll get us started in the top of the second.
Ted Williams.
Here comes the first pitch. And a fastball misses here to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, guys, they come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
Yeah, Matty, this team's coming together right now. They're playing dangerous baseball. You can tell the look in their eye. They feel good about where they're at. They've won a few games in a row, and they look to continue that trend today.
One pitch is a knuckle curve. He's in the hole now, 1-2.
He came out of his shoes on that one, boys. I know he swung and missed it. We felt the breeze from up here, but if he gets that pitch again and catches it a grain low, we got action.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Time to check our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Freddie Ferguson.
Hey, D-Row, you better be ready to swing, particularly at that low pitch. Freddie Ferguson, low ball umpire.
Yeah, it makes it tough on the offense. I was a guy who liked the low ball, but that usually means those guys are susceptible to that slider in the dirt. You have to see the ball up, and this guy doesn't give you a chance.
That was a changeup, so there really wasn't any intent behind it. Looked to me like it just slipped out of his hand a little bit. That'll happen sometimes because of the grip of that straight changeup.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout.
All right, here's how the Bronx Bombers are going to set up defensively today. And the guy I want to focus on is second baseman DJ LeMahieu. I think what we need to take into consideration is his ability to play that position at 6'4", 6'5", with soft hands and the ability to turn a double play. We already know he's an offensive force.
Now to the plate, Ted Williams.
The
0
bat,
for 1 for him here in this one.
Designated hitter, Ted Williams.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Count
A ball and no strikes. Hit hard back up the middle.
Come on.
And that's through for a hit.
Oh, man,
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
So coming to the plate,
Now
Rogers
batting.
Hornsby. He
Number
reached on a
0.
single in his first try. Fox on second. Williams on at first with 2 down. A square to bunt, and it's popped up. And the catch is made to end the inning. 2 left for the Astros, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Into the box, Ted
Now
Williams.
batting.
He singled his
The
last
designated
time
hitter,
up.
Ted Williams.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And that misses for ball 1.
He's certainly giving up plenty of hits in this one, but the funny thing is he hasn't walked anyone yet. That tells me he's throwing strikes, but he's just not throwing enough quality strikes.
The 1-0 home. Here's a drive out to left center field. Running hard, he's digging for second. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Next up for the Stros, Rogers Hornsby. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. Out of the stretch, the 3-2 home. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More in a moment on this Friday night. You're watching MLB Network. Digging in, Ted Williams. It was a 2-bagger for him in his last at-bat.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get. Maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
First offering on its way. Popped him up. Gregorius is there for it. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone. So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, Ted Williams. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. Here's the first pitch to him. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. Now here it comes. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there, just out of the strike zone. But listen, when you're a 300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those so-called pitchers' pitches. This guy knows the strike zone.
And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Hey, great job right there. Anytime you're down 0-2, I think it's a successful at bat if you can work it back to an even count and at least give yourself a chance.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. The 2-2 one more time. Now here's a ball hit high and deep to straightaway right field. Gardner is there. And he brings it in on the warning track. Striding forward now is the DH, Ted Williams. Go ahead run at first. Nobody out.
Williams.
Here's the first pitch. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. Go ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. A 2-0 count to the Astros DH.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
And it's fouled away. Now the 2-1. Shot towards second, but this is hauled in by the second baseman. Programming note to pass along here. Due to the length of our ball game tonight, the Jody Kelsey show will not be seen this evening so that we can bring you the conclusion of this ball game. Doggone. Now at the plate, Ted Williams. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here.
Yeah, pretty unlucky right there, Matty. Squared up the fastball nicely, and that's all you can do. You just want to be on.
Hit high and deep is straightaway right field. Gardner going back. Unbelievable. A home run. I don't believe what I just saw. I don't believe what I just saw. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field as they jump ahead by 3.
Well, they were smart not to challenge him with a fastball, but it didn't matter. He's their big dog for a reason, so he waited, stayed back, and absolutely exploded through the zone on that one. Well, it took about a game and a half to seal this deal, but they took the lead in the top of the 14th and hung on for the road win in the bottom of the 14th. That's a real team builder right there.
7-5 tonight's final. The Astros swung the bats well with 16 hits. Number 16 wins in relief for the 8th time this year. Raleigh Fingers records the save, his 31st of the campaign. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and Heidi Watney on the field, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Have a good night, everybody.
Fans, our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Astros, 7 runs on 16 hits. 1 error. They left an incredible amount of runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 31 minutes. Our paid attendance here tonight at Yankee Stadium, 47,309. The Yankees thank you for attending and remind you to please get home safely.
The show is on the air with Saturday Night Baseball from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Tonight, it's a compelling matchup of 2 division leaders between the Houston Astros and the New York Yankees. Major League Baseball on MLB Network coming up right after this. Jordan Montgomery is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Yanks. What do we need to know here, Danny?
really like this guy. He reminds me a lot of Andy Pettit, left-hander from the University of South Carolina. Not an overpowering fastball, kind of like Andy Pettit. Low to mid-90s fastball, good curveball.
That's ball 4. Ow!
Striding in for Houston, Ted Williams. He's driven in 3 runs on
hitter.
3 hits so far in the series.
Williams.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. There's the big breaking ball, and it's by him for a strike. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, guys, they dropped another one last time out, and in fact, they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, Matty, taking a look at the standings right here. This team has a nice lead, comfortable. You always want to find yourself in a position where you're about 5 to 9 games, got the advantage. You don't. One series isn't going to totally kill you in the standings, and this team's sitting pretty right now.
Oh, and 2, here it comes. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs. Insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
Total agreement, Matt, in particular that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery.
Dig hard, he's going, go.
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch, and the inning is over. 1 left for Houston, and now the Bombers will get their shot. No score. Walter Johnson, a right-hander from Kansas, will be on the mound here. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, man, this is one of the game's all-time best pitchers. Over 300 career wins, and he's been doing his thing for a long time. It'll be interesting to see if he can continue that solid work in this one today, Matt.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Ted Williams. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish.
He's up
Look
right
for
here.
him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
To second for 1. On to first, but not in time as he beats it out.
That was kind of a high degree of difficulty play that time. You see the off-balance throw to second base, and he couldn't get a lot on it, but they did get the out.
Stepping into the box, Rogers Hornsby. He popped out in his first trip. The 0-1 offering. Drilled to the right side. LeMahieu's got it. LeMahieu with a great stop. Got him. Any questions as to why this guy's a Gold Glover? Didn't think so. More of MLB Network's Saturday Baseball after this. Striding into the box, Ted Williams. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. That's lifted the other way out to left. On the move is Stanton. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Into the box now, Ted Williams. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Designated hitter, Ted Williams.
First delivery to him on the way. Smoke toward the hole. He lays out, but he can't make the play, and it's through into right.
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole for a single.
for another chance. Rogers Hornsby. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 1-1. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. Astros leave one, but they lead it 1-0. Settling in now, Ted Williams. Last time through was a base hit.
Ted Williams.
He's set. Here it comes. Slider laid off for a ball. Britton is one of those guys that just seems to be at his best under pressure. Runners in scoring position, tight game, tough hitters at the plate. That's when he's at his best.
One of the keys, Matty V, to being a good reliever is being able to pitch out of trouble. Trouble that's created by the pitchers before you, or sometimes you even have some mess that you put on yourself. Hey, regardless if it's a mess that he's inherited or one that he's created for himself, this guy makes good pitches when the game's on the line.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Chasing after it is Maben. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. In a close game like this, you look for that one guy who produced when it mattered most, and this is the guy. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, he really made it happen with the bat in this one. You see here 2 hits and 1 was a long ball, so he has to feel pretty good about what he did here.
And it's a 4-3 finish in this evening's ball game. The New York Yankees crossed the plate 3 times in the 8th, helping propel them to the win. Zach Britton wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian. We all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Yankees, 4 runs on 10 hits. No errors. They left 11 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 7 minutes. Our paid attendance here tonight at Yankee Stadium, 47,309. The Yankees thank you for attending and remind you to please get home safely.
About set for baseball now on the show as we welcome you to Yankee Stadium here in the
2019
Bronx. Today, a matchup of a pair of first-place teams between the Houston Astros and the New York Yankees. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next. Masahiro Tanaka, the right-hander from Japan, will get the starting assignment in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's number. One of the things that jumps out at you is that ERA. It's into the 4s. But that doesn't necessarily indicate what kind of pitcher this guy is. If he brings his A game.
He's out.
At the plate, Lou Gehrig. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going.
Number 4.
First offering on its way. Ball one.
Oh, that's just out.
Well, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here. They're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, taking a look at the standings right here, this team has a nice lead, comfortable. You always want to find yourself in a position where you're about 5 to 9 games, got the advantage. You don't. One series isn't going to totally kill
right
you
here.
in the
Stand up.
standings, and this team's sitting pretty right now.
On to Encarnacion at first, and that ends the inning. So they get a man to second here in the opening half inning, but fail to capitalize. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. Lefty Grove, a Maryland-born southpaw, will be doing the starting pitching in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, it wasn't a great performance in his last start, but he did pitch well enough to earn the win. We'll see if he can turn in a little bit better performance in this one.
Stepping in, Lou
off for
Gehrig.
the
0
Astros.
for 1 for him here in this one.
One of the keys to
Number
securing
4.
a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Pulled toward right center field. Maben is there. Makes the play, 1 away. So 1 gone now as you get a look there at where the Yankees stand currently in the American League East. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Lou
Number
Gehrig.
4.
It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First offering on its way. And the first pitch here is below the knees, but he gets him to chase it, and it's 0-1.
He came out of his shoes on that one, boys. I know he swung and missed it. We felt the breeze from up here, but if he gets that pitch again and catches it a grain low, we got action.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors in the ballgame for the Astros to this point. And another foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Ripped on the ground.
Come on, beat it out, beat it out, beat it out.
And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Standing in, Lou Gehrig. 4th trip to the plate for him, and he's at risk of ending
Number
that
4.
nice hitting streak that he's put together.
Yeah, chances are it's on his mind, Matt, but you just have to let that get out of the way as best you can. You have to approach this at bat just like any other. Otherwise, you're just getting in your own way.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Line towards center field. Maben will get there, and he puts it away to
Ladies and
retire
gentlemen,
the side.
please join us for the
Astros go
traditional
down 1-2-3
7-inning stretch.
as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Coming to the plate
Now
now,
batting.
Lou Gehrig.
Number
And he's
4.
got runners at the corners here with only 1 gone. First things first, here's a throw over. Runners back. Betances is ready. Here comes the first pitch. And he'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike 1. From the belt, kicks and deals. Here's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike.
Hey, as a former infielder, nothing hurts your heart more than making errors behind your pitchers. Let's see if this guy can pick them up right here.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Inside, as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2. Fouled away. Misses, ball 2.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Maben is there. And he makes the play, but this should extend their lead as the runner tags from third. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's 7-0.
Got his job done there and made it look pretty simple. Got it into the outfield to bring home the first run of the game and pick up the RBI. Yeah, and we knew he was in a groove from the first inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A dominant performance with a complete game shutout.
A 7-0 shutout final today. The Houston Astros took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Lefty Grove earns a league-leading 11th win of the year as he struck out 13 in this one. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Fans, our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Astros, 7 runs on 6 hits. No errors. They left 13 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 8 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.